sorry, we're in the middle of a game right now. We can go on a date later.
Fine then, jerk, we're through!
Oh.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got myself into this situation. Well, it all started back in 2010 with everyone's favorite Mario parody YouTuber, Rich Alvarez. In the heyday of the Rich Alvarez channel, they were producing a lot more than just Mario parodies. They did a show about YouTube news, they did original skits, and on March 26th, 2010, they posted their most interesting project to date, Water Wars. You might remember those choose-your-own-adventure books where you'd read a couple pages of story and then it would present you with two options and you would choose where you wanted the story to go. This was essentially that, but in YouTube form. The viewer's goal was to choose the options that would successfully lead the main characters to winning the water fight. If you choose wrong, the characters get soaked with water and you lose. In 2010, I'd never seen anything like this on YouTube before, and I thought it was a really fun idea. Now, evidently, the interactive adventure genre of YouTube videos wasn't Rich Alvarez's original idea, if you can believe that. According to the description of his video, this was inspired by something called Chad, Matt, and Rob. I looked their channel up, and it turns out they're a group of YouTubers from over a decade ago who ended up making the 2019 movie Ready or Not. And I thought that movie was pretty good. Damn. And here I thought I could never respect a guy named Chad. The point is, I was so inspired by the Rich Alvarez Water Wars interactive YouTube adventure that I had no choice but to make my own. So, on my 16th birthday, July 13th, 2011, my friends and I spent the entire day baking under the hot Iowa summer sun to produce an interactive adventure of our very own.
So, without further ado, let's take a look at Extreme Hide-and-Seek Tag.
Wow, guys. We've listened to this Justin Bieber CD 23 times today. I know. I'm actually starting to get bored of it. I wish there was something else that we could do.
I have an idea. We can pick up litter by the highway.
Don't be stupid, we want to do something fun.
The story begins with me and all my high school friends listening to our favorite Justin Bieber album. The gang's all here. We've got Biggs, Cobb, Dimes, Chum, Dylan, Jared, and me. The guys are bored, and after a quick session of physically abusing Biggs, they decide to spend their day playing hide and seek at the park.
Hey, let's all go to the park and play hide and seek.
Play at the park? Like with little kids?
Yeah.
That is an awesome idea! Let's go!
Yeah!
Thanks for not giving me any lines, jerks.
The tree is base, Chum is it, and the rest of the guys have differing opinions on the best hiding spots. And since we were relying on the internal microphone in my shitty camcorder, and knew that we'd have to be louder than the wind if we wanted to be understood, our characters brilliantly shout their hiding places as loudly as possible within hearing distance of Chum.
Chantry, you count to 60 and no peeking.
You got it, dude.
So you guys, where should we hide?
I sit behind the stage.
What? That's a stupid idea. We should hide at the laundromat across town. What? That's way too far away. We should go hide at the playground equipment over there. No, I think we should hide on top of one of those huts. If we hide up there, we'll have a better viewpoint of the base.
But if you're on top of a building, he'll be able to see you.
Not if I lie low.
Me and Brandon think we should hide over in the porta potties.
What? I never said that. Guys, we're running out of time. Then we need to decide now.
I guess we should all just split up and hide on our own.
And this is where the game begins. The story branches off into 5 different storylines that the audience can play through at their own whimsy. And for those of you wondering, yes, the game is still playable. So, if you want to play through it yourself spoiler-free, there's a link to the game down in the description of this video. You can go play through it now and then come back to hear me roast how bad it was. Or don't. It's your life. I don't really give a shit. Although the primary goal of all characters is to return to base without being tagged, their adventures are far from the same. For example, Dylan's storyline focuses on the tactics of making it back to base without getting tagged. Whereas my storyline begins with my doctor informing me that I have a rare disease called slapabetes, and if I get slapped in the face within the next 10 minutes, I'll die.
Hello, Tyler. This is Dr. Jewfish. Your test results just came in.
Okay, cool. So, what's the verdict, Doc? Am I gonna be okay?
I'm afraid not, Tyler. As it turns out, you have this rare disease called slapabetes. And if you get slapped in the face in the next 10 minutes, you will die.
What? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, but don't panic. As long as you don't get slapped in the next 10 minutes, you'll be fine. I have to go now. Goodbye.
Hey, wait a second! And I will have regular Coke, please. I get slapped in all our videos! I'm screwed!
And then my girlfriend shows up expecting to go on a romantic date, and we all know what happens when women don't get their way.
Are you trying to make me mad? Because you know what happens when I get mad. I slap people. Now, are you going to take me on a romantic date or not?
As you can imagine, refusing the date leads to death. Now I know how those Tri-Delta girls in Isla Vista felt. So now I have to decide where to take her on this lovely occasion.
Now, where are you taking me on this lovely occasion?
The options are in the sand or on a bench. Neither one is especially romantic, but which is the least insulting?
This sand looks comfortable.
What do you think I am, some stupid homeless person?
Hold the phone! So the plot of my storyline is that a girl wants to go on a date with me? That's how you know it's fiction.
Who was that?
That was Charles Gordon. He asked me out on a date.
I thought we were going out.
He's hotter than you. Bye!
Oh. On second thought, this story is a lot more realistic than I remember. The Tyler Dating Simulator storyline isn't the only one that goes in unexpected places. Or at least as unexpected as you can get from a video that's supposed to be about playing hide-and-seek tag. Cobb hides in the laundromat across town and runs into one of the oldest characters from my earliest YouTube days, Killer on the Loose, a character played by my younger brother Patchy.
Hey, Killer on the Loose. I didn't know you did laundry here. I don't.
And why are you here?
Don't question me!
Hey man, calm down, it was just a question.
Can't you go be ugly somewhere else?
That's uncalled for.
What are you gonna do about it?
The plot is Cobb is being hunted down by Killer on the Loose, and it's your job as the audience to make the correct choices to keep him alive. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, can you show us the permit you got to film in that active business? Oh, you're too funny. Aspiring filmmakers at home, I would like to submit the following concept for your consideration. It's called guerrilla filmmaking. Because gorillas never ask for permission, and neither should you. Now, a word of caution. If you're going to film in a public place, you should probably be mindful of the local noise pollution. Because as it turns out, filming in an active laundromat isn't the best place for serviceable sound quality.
He'll never find me in here.
Boy, I sure do hope somebody got fired for that blunder. I won't play all of the scenes in their entirety just so it's more fun to play at home, but I will highlight my favorite scene. And it's not just my favorite scene from this game. It's probably my favorite scene I've ever done.
Why do I have the strangest feeling that someone's following me? What do you want from me? Take one wrong step and you're dead.
What's going on?
You're coming with me.
What are we doing in here?
Get down on your knees.
What?
I said get down on your knees! Now tie my shoes.
But I don't want to!
Tie my shoes or I'll shoot you.
I'm sorry, Jesus! He made me do it!
So now's where we get into the details of the troubled production. Listen, I never said pre-production was my strong suit, especially not when I was 15 going on 16. Back in those days, the vast majority of our videos were unscripted. We would just be hanging out one day and I'd grab my camera and say, let's make a video, and then throughout the course of creating the project, we'd come up with the characters and story and dialogue moments before filming. Extreme Hide and Seek Tag was a different beast though. It featured multiple branching storylines that needed to be kept track of. So, instead of planning and scripting out none of the project, I had the brilliant foresight to plan and script about half of the project before showing up on set to film. And I also neglected to bring my video camera charger, which meant one full battery would be all we had to complete the entire project. So here's how the filming day went. We started by filming all the scripted segments, so the opening, the Dylan storyline, the Tyler storyline, and the Ryan storyline. Which means after hours and hours of filming, we still had 2 whole storylines we had to invent and film in their entirety, plus the ending. And all on about 25 minutes of remaining camera battery. Boy, I sure do hope somebody got fired for that blunder. How'd you spend your Sweet 16? Oh, my dad bought me a new car and I went for a drive. How'd you spend your Sweet 16? Oh, I went to Chuck E. Cheese. It was fucking awesome. How'd you spend your Sweet 16? Oh, I spent the entire day stressing out in the July Iowa sun trying to corral 10 bored actors who have nothing to do while they aren't on camera, all the while trying to come up with half the script on the spot and watching as my camera battery rapidly drained away. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, you dolt! Why didn't you just organize your shooting schedule with the actors so they only had to show up for the scenes they were in? Hey! I get it. But keeping track of 10 different people's schedules during a busy summer when everyone is now old enough to have jobs was just too much for my little monkey brain to handle. The best solution I had was to just make the filming day my birthday party and to film the entire thing all at once while everybody was in the same place. Was it hell for most of them? Yeah, I imagine so. But that's showbiz, baby! So we made it through the Dakota storyline, and all that was left to film was the Jared/Brandon storyline, and then the ending. All on approximately 10 minutes of camera battery and about 0 minutes of planned content. Now I know you guys have been desperately waiting for us to get more scenes featuring the real star of my YouTube channels. Your friend and mine, Biggs. Sure, we might have just used him as the butt of the joke so far, but now he'll finally get some time to shine. Let's dive right in.
We made it. Wait, who the hell are you? Where's Brandon?
What are you talking about? I am Brandon. I evolved into Brandonmon. You can trust me. I have facial hair.
Does sound believable.
Yep. Wouldn't you know it? Biggs had to wait so long for us to film his storyline that he literally evolved into another person. In reality, about 19 hours into waiting for us to film his storyline, Biggs's mom called him and forced him to go home. Or so he claims. Strop hole in the description, Did Biggs's mom really make him go home, or did he lie so he could ruin my birthday? Vote now. Anyway, the Jared Brandonmon plot is essentially what you'd expect from a group of stressed teenagers trying to come up with funny shit on the spot with basically no camera battery left.
Wait, is this spot good enough?
Probably not. We should probably hide in that dumpster. Oh my god, there's acid in here!
There's acid in the dumpster? That's the best idea we came up with? Boy, I sure do hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Wait a minute. That's the same fucking dumpster! Wow! The set designers are just blatantly reusing the same shit over and over again like nobody is gonna notice their laziness. Boy, I sure do hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Short story short, we managed to finish filming everything we needed with a full minute of battery to spare. I posted the game on YouTube, which consisted of over 40 individual videos, and as far as 2011 me goes, it was actually kind of successful. After a steady campaign of spamming the game on 4chan, the starting video garnered over 14,000 views. Truly an unprecedented success. Like I said earlier, the full game is available to play here on my channel. Just click the link in the description. And while you're down there clicking on shit, you should check out my Patreon link too. If you like my videos and podcasts, you can give me money. And if you like meaningless bullshit, you can even get your name here on screen at the end of my scripted videos. Thanks for watching, I hope you have fun playing the game, and I'll see you again soon.